What's up, everyone? How's it going? It's your boy Mike, aka Spaz. It's been a couple days. Have to do some feeding, so I figured I would drop a somewhat educational video. I'm gonna start off the right way with some White Widow. It's kind of a dark picture. My lighting sucks, but good. Alright, so I gotta do my feeding for the week. I jumped week 2. I'm kind of revamping how I'm doing it right now because I kind of waited a little too long. And besides, this is my feeding schedule. I use Foxfarm. I have the 3 for veg and the 3 sections for flour. For flour. So depending on how much you're going to do. I am, however, going with advanced newts very soon. Pretty much next paycheck. Got the job secured. We're celebrating. I'm making some dang money. Getting some better feed. Everything's just going to get better. So, start off the right way. White Widow. Alright, so this video is pretty much going to be the pH. I've already done a lot of my feed. I was going to get a little into it, but mainly I wanted to focus on the pH. I remember when I first started finding it, people would be like, wow, what you do is you first take your gallon of jug, you add the stuff in, you mix it, and then you come out with this, and then you got to test it. And it was like, okay, so that really didn't explain anything for me, which is, again, why I want to do these type of videos. I want to get a little more in-depth and, you know, explain a little more. So, this one is, however, done. This is my tested pH, and it's that, like, goldish color, almost like a urine color, to be honest. So, this one's all set. I have done my feed, so I'm not going to get too involved, but I will show you what I use. I have the Foxfarm, the 3 set. I got the Big Bloom, Grow Big, Tiger Bloom. Just got some new with this today. Getting really low on this. It's probably like a little left. Getting pretty low with this. Probably just have to buy this again just until my advanced. It's going to be $300, but I'm getting the whole Master Grower line. Bigger, better buds. So I use these. They work really good. Definitely what you want for like a small grow, but I want to be bigger, better. Additives, I've kind of gone back and forth with. I have some iron stuff, some Epsom salt, but I got this from the Mainly Hydroponics in Sydney, Maine. Love that store. It's an HBK by Roots Organic. Definitely saw a big improvement. I mean, for the most part, I think it's just guano, seabird guano, bat guano, and something else. But adding that on actually did quite a bit. And then I also use molasses in my flowering stage. So that's basically what I feed with. And like I said, I have the schedule that I follow. I even have gotten it down to mark week 1. I don't add any. Week 2 to 7, 0.5 milliliters. Week 8, which should actually just be with that. I don't know why. I thought it was a little different. I'm debating whether it's more of like week 1 where you don't add any. It's one of those weird weeks I don't understand. It's just the way you add one thing in but you don't add others. Week 9, which is the beginning of flower, to week 16, use 1 tablespoon. Tablespoon. So, I have added in all my stuff. You can see everything settling at the bottom. So we're going to go from here. And if we're going to I'm going to show you guys how to check your pH, or test your pH. So, I know off the bat, because I've done the time to figure out where I need to be, 1 tablespoon, I'm sorry, is exactly what I need. So I measure it out, pour it right in. Again, this is from the last one. Just gonna dump that out. You take your thing. And these are your pH I have from General Hydroponics. This is the tester. It's got the color code. Tells you basically what you need to know if you're gonna, if it's too low, you gotta add uppers, or you get too high and you gotta add some lowers. Now, I honestly hate the acid. It's touchy. You really have to be careful. The uppers, the base is very well. I feel like 1 milliliter is like, or 1 or 2 milliliters is like one of these levels. So if you're like down here and you gotta add some up, use like 4 and it'll get you right up to where, you know, up to here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're 1 off, fill 1 milliliter, and that most of the time does the trick. May not always be the same. Personally though, that's how I feel. So I use my milk jugs when I'm done with them. You need to change them out, you know, somewhat frequently, especially if you use them a lot. I have a little cycle where I get a good use out of them, but they say, you know, you don't want to keep using them too long, which is true. So mix it all up, give it a good shake, take it, fill it about halfway. If you go a little over, it's not a big deal. Sometimes I overfill it. So this is my water. Doesn't look anything good. Take your dripper or your tester, bob her open. It says add 3 to 5, so I'm just going to do 3 because that's all I do. 3 drops. And then there is a cap. It's quicker just to use your finger. Shake it up. Now, like I said, this is a perfect color. Gold is wonderful. It's not quite 6, but it's not quite 6.5. See what I mean? Like, it's closer to 6, but it's not quite 6.5, but you can tell the color changes close to it. I like to get about 6.2. That's what a friend told me, and so that's just, it works. This is what I get every time, and so it's perfect. So right there, that one was all ready. So we're going to just set this one aside so it's done. And now we have this one, okay? Now what we're going to do, just to kind of show you, is some of these have cats for certain ones that won't fit. But mix up our newts, mix up our water, get it all nice and clear. I haven't added anything in yet. I'm going to take my tester tube and we're going to test it just how it is. These can be picked up on Amazon, online, any hydroponic store, most grow shops or grow stores. Now see, it's very pinkish. It's reading at about 5. So you compare it, it's more of a 5. So I add 1 tablespoon and that gets me right up to about where I need to be there. So that is how you are to test it. You kind of have to play with it to get used to it. It's taken me a little bit to figure out my little system, but once you get it, it really doesn't change much if you keep the system the same. I know for a fact this is going to be exactly where I want it pH-wise. I don't have to test it. I can. I'm not going to because I already know. I mean, it would be smart too, but the video's running out, so I'm just going to bounce out. So, peace, pot, and polka dots. Hope you guys learned something. If you have any comments, let me know. Questions, let me know. I hope I helped. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, please. Hope you guys learned something. Peace, pot, and polka dots. Stay high, stay medicated, and stay positive.